What's up, YouTube? This your boy Suave Smooth from the ATL Drone Squad. And remember, you're gonna love me. Had a little stumble there, but I'm not about edits, bro. Up here at the shop, man, this is what I do. Some of what I do in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Chopping up hair at the shop, man. I just got a whole bunch of drone parts in my bag. I'll do that later on when I get home, show y'all what I got in the bag. But right now, man, you know, practice is everything, man. It's sunny outside. Looks sunny, right? But look at that flag out there. You ain't flying nothing in that. So, you know what I'm saying? Practice makes perfect, bro. So here we go, man. I'm doing my Free Rider. I just bought the full edition of the Free Rider Reload, and I think it's pretty good, man. I'm using my FSI 6S controller transmitter, man. I love this. This is a dope transmitter, man. Very simple, to the point, really dope. I got some stuff going on. I'm gonna show you some configurations in Betaflight with this controller, because they have tutorials on, you know, setting up mode switches and all that stuff with Taranis and everything else. So I'm gonna be doing a video or how-to on how to set up your switches, in-air tuning, all that with if you happen to have a i6S or i6 transmitter. But right now, man, I'm on this little this Free Rider right here, man. It's pretty dope, man. You know, some people say, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's kind of dope. You know, now I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the software. I'm pretty sure it's more or less my computer than the software. But trying to get it where y'all can see a little bit. But some of on the demo, it's this desert level right here. But the other levels, I guess it's my computer. You know, they're real glitchy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not gonna say glitchy, but you can definitely see like the frames are kind of, you know, glitchy, I guess you would say. But I mean, I like it, man. It's a good little simulator. Dang, I crashed out in the first 5 seconds. Still trying to tune this thing up. I think that's the hardest part, is actually tuning your controller for this simulator, and that's what I'm doing now. I actually the first time I flew this, I flew with my FlySky T6 transmitter. So that's kind of what this is set up for. And being that those gimbals are less sensitive than these i6 this i6S gimbals are way more sensitive. Let's see if I can hit this hole. Then boom. They're way more sensitive than the gimbals on there. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of wibbling and wobbling. One thing I wish Free Rider would do is actually give you individual pitch and roll settings, because I think that's kind of what makes it hard to really tune your remote, is because you don't have pitch and roll settings on here. You know, you have to actually tune your pitch and your roll together. I crashed out, and that kind of, you know, makes it a little hard. So I wish they would do that. If they did that, this was actually, whoa, just missed that rock, and then I crashed out. But if they did that, that would make this this app pretty freaking cool, man. I do love it. I love being able to actually fly in the terrain. Now Velocidrone is my main go-to, or I'll call it my more serious simulator. Little orbit there, little orbit action there. Sucks, but I'm getting better. But now Velocidrone is my go-to, like my more serious simulator, because I do use Betaflight, and you know, when I'm really trying to train for a drone that I have, I actually go, you know, I use Velocidrone because it actually has Betaflight in it. And I found out that pretty much, you know, the tunes, whatever I set, the tunes I set in Velocidrone, they're not too many points off from my actual settings when I set up my actual drone. I mean, they differ just a little bit, just simply because of the real life environment. You know, you got wind and, you know, all the other things that plays into factor. In the simulator, you pretty much have a perfect world to work in. But yeah, cool. So, but when I just want to have fun and fly around, what I like about FreeRider is that, you know, you can have fun and just fly around in like terrain, you know. I probably wouldn't do this with my real quad because I'm not a good enough of a pilot to be flying around rocks and doing this kind of crazy stuff. See, I just crashed. But it is fun to be able to just explore with flying in different terrains, you know, actually explore and see how it would feel to fly around rocks. Or, you know, I'm not good enough to really fly through buildings, but at least in the simulator I have, you know, buildings to fly around in. And I'll do a review on this. I'm not the only one that done a review on it, but I feel like the guy that done a review on this recharge thing, he kind of downplayed it, you know. I mean, I think he didn't really, you know, look at it for what it was. I think he looked at it for more. He tried to make it, you know, I guess he expected more than what it was supposed to be. You know, it is a simulator, but I would call it more of a game, you know. I can't really, you know, down it because I actually, before I learned about Velocidrone, I actually learned how to fly a drone on FreeRider. The FreeRider FPV on my phone, and that's before I even knew I could put it on my computer. So I used to get on my phone with my G4 Xbox One controller copy, and that's what I learned how to fly line of sight on with my drone. So I can't really downplay this simulator, because I knew nothing when I got into drones. I knew nothing about flying a drone, period. I couldn't even keep an auto level drone in the air. Like, dead serious, I was that bad. And this is what I actually learned how to fly in, was FreeRider. So I definitely think it's worth $10. Definitely have a nice computer. You know, my computer is freaking old. I had this computer since like 2000. So it's freaking old, and I'm surprised it's even keeping up right now, because some of the other more graphic levels on here, like that, as far as like the buildings, it has buildings on here, a nice rainforest to fly through. It's got some pretty dope rock. It got some pretty dope levels on here. It's just my computer can't keep up with it, with the frames per second. But it's definitely like, here's a little building. Like, I like this little building, but you'll see that my computer can't keep up with the frames per second. But this is it's a great app, man. It's a, not app, but it's a great well, the app version is good too, but it's also a great it's a great simulator. Like, I look, like, you see the frames right there, and that's not the software. That's my computer. My computer is old, and I know it. So that's why I don't really fly on this one. But yeah, man, I really just made this video just to put something out there and just show y'all that, like, you know, if you want to get good, if you want to be like Schizo, you want to be like Maddie Stunts and Mr. Steel, and, you know, UAV Features, and, you know, Josh Burnwell. That's a nerd dude, but he's cool, man. He he knows what he's talking about. But if you want to be like these guys, man, you gotta practice. You gotta practice, man, and you can't let nothing keep you from practicing. So with that being said, man, this your boy Suave Smooth from the ATL Drone Squad. Remember, you're gonna love me. Peace.